All right, Davey Love, we are back. Just want to give a shout out to the new single from Tenderoni called "Bloodsucking Freaks Just Like Your Mama." That was a good one.
Oof.
Shogun, great playing that one.
Great groove in that track.
That was really good, man. It was hitting
Really
the.
make you want to lay it down.
Some heavy shit. Heavy shit.
It's got that bass like you're swallowing something.
Oh, you better get over there.
Sage sound.
So
Live from the porn sound
right
board.
now we're gonna call up Silvia Saige. She was featured actually in the New York Times on Saturday because she is one of the first comics comedian porn stars. You have the number, Shogun.
You will give it to me, and I will use it.
Okay,
Or not, because probably everyone should not have her number.
here you go. Just use my.
How
Use
many
that.
porn star comedians are there?
There's Stormy Daniels is going on tour right now,
Oh,
and
that's
so that
smart.
was
That's
what the
a smart
article was
move.
about, saying like because comedians were trashing her, saying, "Oh, she's a porn star and a comedian," and New York Times was saying there was porn star comedians before
Yeah.
Stormy Daniels, and
Might as
actually Sylvia was a comedian beforehand.
And it's actually funny.
Yes.
Let's hear it. Straight from her mouth.
Good place to start.
Ringy dingy ding.
Hello.
Hello, Sylvia Saige. This is Davey
Yes.
Love. You are live on air.
Hi, dear. How are you?
Good. How are you? It's been a
Great,
while.
thank
It's
you.
been a while. We haven't done this show in like 5 years, and this is the first show back, and you were one of my
Oh, wow.
favorite guests. So,
Well, I'm happy to be a part of it.
well, I always told you before, let me introduce you to the cast of characters. Well, since it's 5 years later, we now have upgraded. We have the cast of
Great.
Hooligans. Are you ready to meet all the cast?
I'm ready.
All right. To the left of me, we have the head of the mob squad, Mr. Rob Staub.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Rob.
Across from me, we have Tepper, the hot stepper.
Hello.
Tepper, the hot stepper.
That's
Oh,
me.
yes.
That's me.
Okay, I'm in. All right.
All right.
And we have a new producer. He's a real dick. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Mr. Shogun.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you as well.
The pleasure's all mine.
Calm down there, Shogun. You're supposed to press the buttons, not your little joystick. And across from me, we have one of our sponsors sitting in. We have Alex Angeloff from the Connecticut's first craft CBD store, The Remedy.
Hello, hello.
Very nice. I love that. Hello.
Pleasure's mine.
Well, I know for a fact, but I don't know how many
That's
other
the one.
people know for a fact of how active you are in the cannabis scene and how you know what it does medically and helping people out. So
Oh, I am active for sure.
and I saw recently you were hanging out with Tommy Chong.
Yeah, I will be doing a lot more of that. Actually, next week we'll be doing another green tour with Tommy, and then in talks about doing some stuff with their new Netflix series they have coming out. So, yeah.
Oh, very good, very good. That is awesome. And I have to say, I'm proud of you of how far you have come in the comedy world. Because I always thought you were funny as hell. But now, like after that, I saw an article in New York Times on Saturday with
Yeah.
Stormy Daniels, and I was like, the first person I thought of when I saw that was you. And then I read the article, and I was like, oh, thank God, there you are in there because you're killing it always. You know.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that was honestly, I don't know who suggested my name for that, but they found me, and I was very, very humbled to be a part of that. Very cool. So.
I'm like was so proud of you, and like I said, I'm so proud of how far that you've come on the comedy scene. I've been seeing you all over, and it was stuff that people didn't know that you were actually a comedian before you were an adult film actress.
Yes, and almost no one knows that. It's so funny. Everyone thinks that it's the opposite way around. I'm like, oh no, I'm as a comedian made the true sacrifice of my body for comedy.
Gotta get your foot in the door somehow.
That's right. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we do the grind for comedy. I'm like, yeah, but do you suck dick for comedy?
I'll never forget. I will say this. When I don't use Snapchat anymore, but I remember I followed your Snapchat, and I think I showed Tepper the hot stepper one time where you were like playing some guy's cock like an instrument, and I thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I try to be creative.
Like if you're gonna give a blowjob on film, at least make it funny. I think that's great. You know, like add some.
Exactly.
I think that they should have porn comedy, like doing like improv porn comedy. I think that shit would be funny as hell. You know.
You know, I think so too, and there are plenty of people that would love to be a part of it. I mean, there are some really good characters in porn. I mean, my top number one that I can think of off is Tommy Pistol. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his work, but that guy is hysterical, and he will go to any length to make a porn funny, and it's great.
I think that you and probably Alexis Fox, I think, should start like a comedy, a porn comedy series, because I think that would be funny as hell.
You're gonna get your wish, sir. Alexis has just agreed to come on as my new co-star to Sexy Funny Raw, so we will be doing. Yeah, we're gonna be working together a lot more coming up, and she does a monthly show called High as Fox. It's a weed comedy show, and I've done every one of the shows so far, and we're actually taking it on the road now. So stay tuned, guys. It might be coming to you very soon.
All right. I've been waiting. I've seen a lot of stuff about that, and I was like, why don't they bring it East Coast? I've been waiting, you know?
Yeah, we're getting on the road starting next month. So, well, actually, I would take that back. July is still here in Los Angeles, and then come August, we're taking it on the road.
Oh, very cool.
And I plan to take Sexy Funny on the road as well. So all of these things should be traveling to you fairly soon. So.
Oh, that is
Stay
awesome.
tuned.
That is awesome. And like I said, I think this will be such a different view, because everyone has their view on porn, right? Everybody uses porn to get off, right? But to me, I find funny women is a turn on for me, you know? Like
Well, that's true of anything. I think funny is sexy to everybody.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I see some of these comedians getting laid, and I'm like, no way in hell you would get laid any other way. Unless you're fucking funny. And these guys are murdering it in the pussy department. It's amazing.
Right.
I mean, I've slept with men because they make me laugh when they are clearly like well below my level of, sexual desire. But the funniness, it takes over, and it does things to men and women, and you just can't control it. It's nice to laugh. I think that's what it is the world is so serious.
Right.
If you can just forget about the seriousness for a moment, that's sexy, because you're like, oh, my God, we're not talking about Trump for one moment. Like, let's fuck, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It definitely ups the libido. Like, I'll be honest, I'm actually sexually attracted to Kate McKinnon on Saturday Night Live, and everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I think she's fucking hot, and I know she's a lesbian, but I still think she's fucking hot because she's funny as hell.
I'm gonna have to Google her, because I can't even like place a face, but I'm sure she's attractive enough. But yeah, I get it. It doesn't have to be an actual attraction level. Oh, I don't want to name drop, but I definitely slept with a comic who I would have never slept with other than he's hysterical. And the caliber of women that he seems to keep company with now is pretty good. And he's like a 4 at best, and he'll tell you that. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is funny. That is funny. Now here, I got a question for you, because I know it happened. I've heard, like, I've interviewed different porn stars over the years, but I always ask this question, like, what is the most embarrassing thing that happened to you on set?
Man. I mean, I've been embarrassed in so many ways. I think probably the one that sticks out the most was during an anal scene, and my scene partner pulled his penis out, and there was a little something stuck to the tip of his dick, and instead of just wiping it off, he picks it up like with his fingers and like presents it to me, and he was like, "What is this? What did you eat?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I don't know. We're not discussing this right now."
Wow.
So that's what comes to my mind is him presenting me with my shit.
Oh,
wow.
At
other than
least-
that,
At least he presented it to you and didn't give you a dirty Sanchez. That would have been horrible.
yeah, no, he was very comfortable as well with me. We're very good friends.
Right.
We're actually smoking buddies, oddly enough. So yeah, he just instead of wiping it off like any good human being should, he decided to.
He presented
inspect
it
for
like
me.
a gift for you and wanted to
Yeah,
figure out what you were
yeah,
eating, looking at a
exactly.
scientist going, "Oh, did you eat corn last night?" Oh.
Yes,
been
that's
looking
what
for
I
this?
think exactly he was
Always
looking
corn.
for. What is in this? What is this?
That is true, Tepper.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at shit and they always look for corn.
There's
Why
always-
is
always
that?
corn.
True.
It doesn't matter
Because
if
it
you
doesn't
Doesn't
process.
digest very well.
It's a meaningless food, by the way. It
Right.
gives you no nutritional value.
Then there's
But
tons
still
of
delicious.
GMO in it anyway.
At least he was concerned with your nutrition.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? I'm always concerned with nutrition. It's a big part of my life.
You definitely have to be. You definitely
gotta
have
pick
to
the
be.
poop apart.
But
Well,
I'll,
when you're naked on camera, it's one thing, but then you're naked on camera with a bunch of 18-year-olds, you know, it really resonates.
oh God, I bet. Now, you're coming to the city in July, New York.
I am. I'll be there the 1st to the 4th.
Ah, so we'll have to come, like, you know how you're bringing Sexy Funny Raw, like, all over the
Yeah.
country. We'll have to bring Modern Problems radio show to you one day while you're up there to say hello
Yeah,
and
I
hang
would
out.
love that.
And
I'll shoot you my hotel information when we're not presenting it to everyone else,
Yes.
and you can stop by.
Awesome. Yeah, that would be great. And if you're on, if you're doing any comedy, we would love to come check that out. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited
totally
for.
plan to. I haven't reached out to anyone yet, but I definitely, that's my plan. I always like to do at least one or two shows while I'm in New York,
hmm
but we'll see what I can do. I need to reach out to some people.
Well, I know some people in Connecticut that would love to have you perform here, and you would make a killing too. So we can also talk about that as well. Off
Yeah, how
air.
far out is Connecticut? I can't even remember.
It's like an hour and a half.
Not even.
Not even.
By train?
By train, yeah.
Okay.
Real easy.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll talk about that.
All right.
definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, so do you have any scenes that you want to plug, or do you want to plug comedy? We can take it all different ways because you're so multi-talented. It's hard to focus on one thing.
Yeah. Let me even think. So I do have, if I'm plugging porn, I just did my biggest feature to date. I don't know if you've heard of Erica Lust. She's a French producer. They did a Netflix series about her. She kind of produces more for women porn.
Uh-huh.
So she did her first United States movie, and I am the lead actress in the movie. There's 3 sex scenes. I'm in all 3. I star opposite Angela White in one of them, which is kind of like one of my porn dreams.
The
I was a
Australian.
little starstruck during the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie, but really cool, and that'll be coming out in July. So everyone has that to look forward to. Directed by Dana Vespoli, one of the all-time greatest performers turned director. She's amazing. So I'm excited to see that.
That's awesome.
And I am going into contract with Mile High Media, so you'll see me a lot more working for all of their departments. Like they have Girlfriend Films, they have Sweetheart Films, not Girlfriend, excuse me. No, I'm incorrect. Girlfriend Films, yes, they have Girlfriend Films and Sweet Sinner, Min.com. So look for me on all of those sites. I'll be promoting those hugely. You can look for my podcast on iTunes, Sexual Disorientation, that I do with Dr. Ramani Devasla, who heads the psychology department for UCLA. You can find me and Alexis Fox now hosting Sexy Funny Raw. It's now live in studio, so that will have audio links as well as visual links.
Awesome. I'm excited for all that stuff for sure.
Yeah.
I am pumped. Before we let you go, I want to get a tag from you saying, "Hey, this is Silvia Saige, comedian, porn star," and you can add something funny. You're listening to Modern Problems Radio Show at Royal Fox Studio.
Royal Fox Studio.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, I'm high, so I'm gonna write this down.
Oh, taking
and I'll
notes.
chunk it out
Gotta
for
take
you.
notes.
We are too. We just hit some CBD, and I'm also going to send you. Actually, while you're writing those notes, Alex, I'm going to send you as a thank you for doing the interview some of Fork and Groove's tincture, which is 500 milligrams CBD. And Alex here is going to send you some stuff. Alex, what would you like to send her from the Remedy?
Thinking I might send you this coffee and cacao infused moisturizing body butter I got right here in front of me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
And how many milligrams is that?
Pushing almost 600 milligrams of CBD along with a ton of antioxidants.
And Alex and I are actually working together on doing an intimate line with Rob Staub. Not doing intimate stuff with Rob Staub, but like an intimate line that we want to get out to you as well when that comes out. We want to send you some.
Yeah,
And a
I'd be
stretching
totally
DVD,
excited to do
apparently.
that. That sounds great.
And
Give me that. So I had the Modern Problems Radio. Give me the other part one more time.
Royal Fox Studio.
Royal Fox.
Yeah. And actually, Shogun is gonna send you a T-shirt. Oh, what kind of T-shirts does Shogun's like knows the owner here at Royal Fox Studio, so he's always making sure we plug Royal Fox Studio. But go ahead, Shogun. What did you want to give Sylvia?
So right now, unless we special order a T-shirt of your specification, we have the business shirts, the business collared button downs with the Royal Fox logo on it, which is very classy. And then we have the long sleeve shirts with the two color with the white center and then the red sleeves coming down.
The baseball shirt.
Yeah, the baseball
Yeah.
shirt.
I think that
It's a
would be
baseball
hot for
shirt.
you, Sylvia. The baseball.
Okay,
shirt.
yeah, let's do that.
It's pretty.
I don't
Yeah,
have
you'll
enough
like it.
long
It's
sleeves.
classy.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay,
want you don't want to wear a polo shirt. That
No, you don't want to
I
look like
mean,
you're
it all
working a stage.
depends.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to work. You could put it on.
she's not a wasp.
Yeah. No one needs to see me in that. I'm good.
All right, Sylvia.
I like to. Everyone always jokes that I never wear sleeves, and I really try not to because I love my shoulders. So anything that I can do to keep the shoulders out, but I'll cover them up on. Occasionally it's cold outside when I smoke my morning joint, so the long sleeve is.
Well,
is
Don't
yeah,
worry, we'll take
the
care
style.
of you. We'll send you something nice.
the long sleeve's gonna be perfect for the morning joint,
okay.
for sure.
All right. Perfect.
For sure. Well, before you give the tag, I just want to thank you so much for doing this. And
Yeah, of course.
look forward to seeing you in July, and we'll be plugging all your stuff. And I don't mean that. And Shogun, calm down. Stop playing with yourself here. we want to plug all your stuff, and definitely come check you out when you come in July.
Yeah, cool. I would love that so much.
All right, so go ahead and give us that tag.
All right. Hi, guys. You're listening to Silvia Saige on Modern Problems Radio with Royal Fox Studio.
Okay, that's good. And then I just want one more just saying, hey, this is Silvia Saige, comedian, porn star. You're listening to Modern Problems Radio Show.
Got it. Hey, guys. Sylvia Saige here, comedian and adult film actress. You're listening to Modern Problems Radio for Royal Fox Studio.
Awesome. You are the
Sorry, I
best.
don't like calling myself a porn star. I prefer adult film actress.
I didn't know how to put that in there in the label, so I was like, oh, because
I don't care if other people call me a porn star. I just think it sounds weird coming out of my mouth saying porn star. So I just say adult film actress, and it throws it all out there.
coming out of your mouth. I love that. We can use that too. I'm kidding with you. Well, I just want to thank you so much. I will text you, get the address information to send you all the stuff, and then we'll talk about July. And thank you so much. And we love you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good night, Sylvia.
All right. You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Peace.